You're welcome to Crown Prince TV channel. Subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you for joining.
Yes, you're welcome to Campus TV channel. How's everything? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well and keeping up faith. I just want to use this time to update you about the latest happening in Grand Community as concerning the thing that is going on about disbursement of the grants, this UAG grants matter, an issue. All right, there is a recorded version of the meeting that's been held yesterday about the whole thing, which is the Apostle Ken Wakama, the CD of UAAG, held with the CEO yesterday on Telegram. All right, the recorded version of the meeting uh, is what I'm going to share here in order to update us about the latest news about the grant disbursement. So today, just stay tuned. I'll be very attentive to details as the country director, the Apostle Dr. Ken Wakama, speech as he speaks on the issue that surrounds the grant disbursement this time around. And while you're listening to or watching the video and listening to the speech of Apostle Dr. Ken Wakama, you will see that all your answers and worries and concern, all the concerns, all the issues that worries you and bothers you, that you've not been able to get answers to your questions. Even some of you that asked questions on the comment section, the speech of the country director today, we answer those of your questions, most of your questions, if not all. But the most important part of your questions that worries are that bother you so much will be answered today on the recorded speech of the CD today. Just watch out and stay tuned and make sure you take notes to details as I share the recorded VN of that meeting with you today. All right. And at the comment section, at the end of the day, at the comment section, write your concern, your question and concern at the comment section so that I can attend to them after the video. And if today happens to be your first time on this channel, all right, do well to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you will not miss any of the updates. Thank you. Wakama. Hey, Wakama. Daddy, good evening and welcome to the mic, sir. Yes, good evening, everybody, and God bless you all. I come your way this evening with a grateful heart. I know that some of you are heavily embittered. I used to say this in what you have not done before. Once you start doing it, you're bound to make mistakes. And once it's something that never happened before, the enemy will be well poised to fight. Last year, I never know that we will not disburse the UAG grant. We did everything we can, but it didn't come to pass. One of my strategy or my decision, when it becomes obvious that the ball is on my head about this very grant, is talk less and get results. Because I've been in grant community for quite some time. I was there early as 2016.
From there, the community produced a lot of journalists, a lot of investigative journalists, and all manners of people. Naturally, I'm not a too talking type person. I'm not reserved as well. I'm an open person, and not that I'm so reserved, I don't relate with people, no. But I took that way that we have to be very discreet with words. Because the battle is not a small battle. I know what I'm going to go in. It's not going to be an easy thing because we are talking about the entire masses here. A lot of us have issues on our own, spiritual and physical issues. And here, you are coming out to share grant. I've had a series of encounters spiritually with a lot of forces over this issue. But God took time to equip me before then. Several times I wanted to throw in the towel, but it is not easy. At the same time, I'm encouraged. First of all, I want to say something about all the hula ballo that took place. All grand pressure group are like my children, like my junior brothers and friends, are so dear to me. But the enemy come to destroy every one of us. And I didn't say anything. And you know that when two people are fighting, they must have sympathizers. No matter how popular you are, there are a lot of people who stand with one another. When I saw the battle is was right up everything going on, who is in place here? Even for any other thing, Abdul is like my younger brother. I love him so much because I knew him from telecom experience. So it was one of the bigger tests I've been through. People have been throwing shit on me, it doesn't concern me. Because I set my eyes on the goal. But this one was very heavy on me. And I come to let you know that that devil had been defeated. We're able to come to senses and reconcile. But I want to say publicly here, our problem has nothing to do with sharing formula. I've never had disagreement with them over money. But now we put things in order to forge ahead and go in where we are supposed to be going. So I want to let everyone in Nigeria to know AKN UAAG doesn't have any problem with all grand pressure group. The matter has been fixed. It's a little misunderstanding that can happen between a father and a son.
Yes, on this part, let me quickly chip in something on this part to clear the hair on the aspect of the people in the community. I mean, the people here on the chat, the people on the comment section that are saying that they are having issues. They're having issues the issues they're having with the AGPGN is having with Apostle Ken Wakama is about sharing 20%. They're having issue because AGPGN does not want to take 20%, and for Apostle Ken to take 30%, and the rest of that. You know how the story is flying around everywhere in social media. That it's all about the money that they want to share. That they are thieves, they are rogue, they are robbers, and all sort of names that they are calling them. Okay, and they're even tagging the AGPG hand that they are the one behind the delay. That they are bad people. They are fighting for their own selfish interest. It's not about the general public or the masses in the grand community. That it's all about them, their selfish interest. Both Ken Wakama and AGPGN, the reason why they decide to delay the disbursement of this grant is because of their own selfish interest, because of the sharing of the money. They are never satisfied with the percentage given to them. Are they supposed to be talking about sharing the money for their own personal interest, or they should be after the interest of the poor masses in grand community? So you are heard now. You have heard directly from him now, because a lot of people have been actually itching. They've been waiting for him to say something, to come up and say something, especially the aspect of the chat room discussion or conversation that Ustaz Dawood released, whereby he said several things against this man. People are actually expecting him to come out and defend himself then, some days ago, I think last week. Okay, but he never did. But now he has finally come up to talk. This is VN recorded meeting. This his voice was recorded in the meeting that he had last night with the NGO CEOs. He had a meeting with them to explain, the cause of the delay and the stage they are right now in terms of disbursement of the money. Okay, now it has been clear. It has been clear to you now, especially most of you in this channel, that you have been saying things in the comment section about this very matter of sharing formula and the delay in disbursement, the issue, the problem that AGPGN they are having with Apostle Ken, that caused the delay in the disbursement because of the sharing, the money they want to share to themselves. But now you have heard him now that he said there is nothing like that. He never had any problem with them that has to do, even though they have a misunderstanding. It's not about the sharing formula. It's not about money, right? You have heard it now. So let's continue to hear him.
And I urge everyone fanning the ember of war to go down, cool down. There's no war to fight. One thing I know that all of us came with one purpose in mind: to get this money and share to Nigerians, even if it is small. Whatever they give us, we must give it to you people. In the course of having that, a lot of stories come from every angle. But not to buttress it more, I came to tell you there's no issue between me and our Grand Pressure Group. This night, I've been talking with Abdul, and I know he's in this meeting. So disabuse your mind and please stop every write-up, every V-note. The matter is over. It is not a problem of greed, but you know that when there is war, propaganda will come out. A lot of people who don't like what's omitted on me from the chat room, I was one calming them down, but at this point in time, let everything that cry last in the night be mosquito. It's over. There's no problem between me and them. And tomorrow, me and them will still continue to fine-tune ourselves and do the needful. Thank you for that. Now, because of the whole abalam, I call for this meeting so that we can address some issues. Because if you go to mortuary or the land of the dead, a lot of people have died for doing nothing. Just because they were accused of something. So I came to explain some things here. And also, before I do that, I want to let you know by the grace of God, we are there already. I'm trusting the Lord that it shall not be long. You will hear good news. Because we have decided to forge ahead and finish what we started. Thereby, everyone will be patient. You're going to hear good news. Exactly the news you want to hear. So, based on all the things that happened within this period, a lot of questions came out of propaganda that was used during the war. Have you settled with all Grand Pressure? Because some people saw me and then on Saturday, yes, we have settled. Another question there, I want to treat the issue of 2,000 bundles. By the grace of God, I've been exposed to many things. When I started this, I didn't want manual registration. I said that it had to be through the app. A lot of people, I know so many people, big shots in Black community who question it, say, don't do that. I have my reason. Because I want to be honest and do this work with a clean hands. I introduced the app. So every registration is in the app. So if there's anyone remove, the app will tell you. And I came to say categorically, no single person was removed who did his verification very well. We sent out 8,000 invites of NGOs. Over 4,000 did their verification complete with biometrics. I introduced the biometrics and people don't know why biometrics was there. It is to be sure who we are disbursing and have something to hold that there's somebody like this who will disburse. Even if you run to America, you can be fished out. Because after disbursement, I have to report to the government, to the organs. So we introduce biometrics by counsel we receive from those who know better than us. So the propaganda of 1,000 NGO remove and replace with Igbo NGO, please disregard it. There's nothing like that. It's just words that came out of anger because they felt they don't know what I'm about to do or what is going on. And I don't blame my young man who made that statement to the public. There's nothing like that. You can verify it. There's nothing like that. So disabuse your mind and you came for verification, they remove your NGO and put in NGOs from Igbo people. In this grant, I don't know who is Igbo, who is Hausa, who is Yoruba. I'm a nationalist. I'm not a tribal person. Anybody that knows me for that. So disabuse your mind on that. Another question I want to treat here is there still selling of goods in UAAG? And the answer is no. But people are scamming people from all areas. But I can only tell you I've already collected the data of UAAGs with me. So anybody that said code to you, collect your money, you're on your own, he just scam you. Because it goes nowhere. I'm responsible to that. In the propaganda, there was evidence that said I have over 200 subsidiaries to my name. I don't understand what is subsidiary. Is it subsidiary account or subsidiary NGO? But the answer is I don't have. These are words that were said out of anger because you were told that the war has fallout. That was why I sealed my mouth. I didn't say anything. I take all the shit that was poured on me for the sake of the masses. Is there anything like sharing formula? And if yes, why the ratio of country director 30%, AGB 20%, think tank 10%? Beloveds, listening to me now, God is hearing everything I'm saying. Somebody called me in the heat of this thing. I answered, I said, you are a thief, you will die of kidney problem. Want to collect all our money. In every grant, there are a certain percentage for running around logistics of that amount, that grant, which is not more than 10% of the grant. And let me tell everyone hearing me today, I and all grant pressure group did not have conflict of interest in this logistics. So the sharing formula you see here, I don't know how somebody wrote this kind of thing. It's not the grant. It is the money meant for logistics. In logistics, there are so many things to take care of. There are stakeholders. There are people lifting my hand to work. These men have been with me, these women have been with me. So they are part of this logistics. A lot of people, if I count them, there will be more than 50. And then urban pressure of their own has a lot of people.
My people, at this point, let me hold on. Let me pause and expatiate or explain more on this is comment or his statement that he made here in this video. All right, he talks about the sharing. All right, like that on this channel, even in other social media platform that I've seen and I've heard so many people talking about this sharing issue. Okay, I just decided to buttress that point, for a better understanding, for more clearance. Are you getting it now? The sharing that most people are speculating and are agitating about on social media All right. And even in this in this channel comment section, a lot of people have said something related to that, that they are greedy. The money that is meant for the masses in Nigeria or in grand community are the money that these people are having problem, they're having issues, is sharing it to themselves, among themselves. They're having issue instead of them to share, to talk about how they share this money to Nigerians or to people in grand community. They're having issue in sharing it to themselves. They are busy, thinking and talking on how to share the money to themselves. So you have heard him said it clearly here. I think with this is broadcast in the meeting with the NGO last night. You should be well assured that, or it should be clear enough to you that is the money, the sharing formula they're talking about. It has nothing to do with the main money that should be disbursed or that want to be disbursed to Nigeria. He's talking about the logistic aspect of the grant. So not the grant itself as a whole. The grant itself as a whole cannot be shared by individual to themselves. They can't share it to themselves or for themselves. That one is meant for the masses in the grant community or for all Nigerians to share as much as you subscribe for this grant. But the one they are having, that they are talking about sharing formula, that they want to share among themselves, stakeholders or people that works for this thing, about themselves, the frontiers or the frontliners, okay, are the little token, which is not even up to 10% or about 10%, that is attached or that is added to the main grant itself, which is meant for logistics. Because in every grant that has been issued by foreign donor, there is what we call, there is a little fund or some amount of fund that is added to it, and it will be clearly spelled out that this one is for the logistics before the process whereby the money will be taken out. The money will be processed and taken out, from one agency or the other. It requires money, and the money that is required or that will be spent for all those processes before a successful disbursement, is called logistics, okay, or logistics fund, okay, and it's been attached together with the grant. So the one they are talking about, the sharing formula, that people are misunderstanding to be that they are having to say that they are having issues or they're having problem in sharing the money. It has to do with the logistic aspect of the money, not the main grant itself. Okay, so that is what the man just said in his speech. Now I just decided to pause it and expatiate on that for better understanding. Now it is clear to us now that it's not about the main grant, the main money that should be shared to Nigerians that they are talking about. When you hear them talking about sharing, the one they are talking about now is not the sharing of the main grant that should be given to the general public or the masses in grand community. No, is the logistics based on the money, because all of them are spent and we all know that they have spent, they have borrowed money, took loan and sold things in order to get the money to use for the logistics, for the running activities and the payment they are making in the process of, while they are processing these grants before it can be disbursed. Okay, all those processing requires money, payment from one quarter to the other, from one agency to the other. All these things require payment. Even the verification alone, it consumes millions of money. The verification exercise that was done in Abuja last year, that we all saw, it consumed a lot of money. Okay, so those are part of logistics, and this money was being acquired or being sourced for by all these frontiers. So believing that by the time the money drop, they'll be able to move the one that is attached to the money that is meant for logistics. They'll be able to share it so that they can be able to pay back from wherever they've gone to collect the loan or to borrow the money. So that is the one they are talking about here. It has nothing to do with the main grant itself that is meant to be shared to Nigeria. I hope this is clear now.
And there's so many things to do with logistics. It is not the money. Don't think it's the money that we're sharing. It's not the grant money. It's the logistics. And so many of you who criticize us one way or the other also benefit from that logistics. If you have been in this community for a long time, you will benefit from it. So there's nothing like even TTT or think tank. It's not even included as a body in whatever we do. I know Mr. Abdul and some other people from our Grand Pressure Group are in this meeting. There will be any witness that TTT did not enter anywhere in the sharing. Because why? appointed Obi. Obi appointed them. So whatever that comes to me in the logistics, I share with Obi and he share with everybody working with him. This is what I told Obi. Therefore, there can be a place for the name GT for now. That question that comes out, people's mention, is it true that bundle heads are not included in the UAAG disbursement? Let me give a direct question because I've answered a lot of people with this question today. When we started, I made an announcement. I said, UAAG is not a continuation of any other grant. It's on its own. The bundle head issue or cluster head issue is in GEOPAS. But in UAAG, I am also a bundle head. I know about bundle head. All of us started to be a bundle head before whatever you are now. The question to this is that bundle head is inclusive in the sharing formula. How do I mean? They are the people who sponsored the CEOs. I've not come at any time to say bundle head don't get anything. But we are marking up a structure that will be able to accommodate them in the sharing. Since we did not collect money from anybody for bundle, we did sell bundle in UAG, unlike other grant handlers. So we are waiting to see what we receive, we share. When we're asking people for download, there are some people who downloaded 45,000, 35,000 bundles. And we don't know what we are sharing until we see it. That is why I never go that side, pay one kobo for bundle. But then upload what you have. And a lot infiltrated their number to thousands. For instance, 30,000 bundles. That's a good number of millions of people. So we are waiting to see what we will receive. At that time, we didn't include it or talk about it. Besides, we have not made any official announcement on what goes to anybody. Whatever you hear is still a rumor. So every bundle here, don't let anybody deceive you to fight a war that is not there. As long as you are in this project, you will receive money. We'll make sure you are benefited. So we'll not throw you that because we know you are the one that spent money than the beneficiaries. So definitely we'll take care of you. We are coming out with the structure any moment now, and the disbursement will follow suit. People are also asking what do they expect this week. I am also expecting good news this week. Somebody was saying, can we have templates and MOU signing? Please, I've said it before. MOU signing will be done in the app. We're not calling anybody to come and do it, but allow the money to drop first. Ladies and gentlemen, the fund has not dropped. It's not in my account, it's not in anybody's account yet. With the authority. And the fund will be released by the message of God. Somebody said, I promised disbursement in December. It didn't come to pass. January didn't come to pass. It is people who don't understand my position. I didn't go and apply for grants and then bring it and it's with me. No. This grant has lost. It was found. And the people that found it is taking time to process things with us. We don't know what it takes to give grant in this because we have not done it before. So as we are going, we are learning. As we are going, we are learning. Recently, things we are told to do. If we do this one, they say do this one. We never know that it will be like that. So everybody has to be patient with me and my team, even our grant pressure group. Nobody has this fund in his custody. Somebody has cost me a man that sounds like an elderly man. He was raining curses on me for sitting with grant, but I know that costless cost has no effect. So I didn't bother not even to pray because somebody cost me. Because I know better than the person talking. I also have this question. Is there any way you can moderate dangerous voice notes? By the grace of God and right of, we are doing that to calm everywhere down. And I also want to say, because this meeting is in public, lay down your arms, either by right or by voice note. Don't fight for me. Don't fight for our president. We don't have issue. There's no fight anywhere here. It's a little misunderstanding among powers. And we are fixing it, and we have fixed it already. So don't fight, don't write, don't do anything that will raise tension in the polity. Please, I beg you. I know you love me, I know you love our grand pressure, bullets are going everywhere, but there's no fight. There's nothing to fight. We misunderstood ourselves, we have understood ourselves, and we're going to remain like that and finish up this. No devil will destroy us again. Somebody was also asking, why is the app short? I want to categorically make it clear for us to understand something. The app is being paid every month. Every month we pay a fee. A sentiment closer to $200, $300. And dollar is rising every day. The app went down because the fee has not been paid, and we don't even know when it elapsed. And then when we discover our man who designed it has some issues he's taking care of, we didn't even know when this happened. But as of now, the app is in place. Not because we have renewed it, but we pleaded to the company to give us a few days so that we can look for money and do that. I want you to please have it in your mind to pity us. We've been a lot. We've been going through a lot to get this thing done. Spiritual and physical. Stop killing us. Stop calling us name. Because when this thing is done, I don't know if you continue calling me name and other people working with me, how will you be enjoying the money? When you discover that we didn't dupe you. Someone like Obinwambo is a family man. Since last year, he's been here. Maybe you think that you have so much money, they're taking care of him. No. He is the one taking care of himself. With debt left and right. Sometimes I told him, my security, I can't pay them again. Obiwambo went out of his way to raise some funds for me. From a friend in Port Harcourt. So that the security can continue their work. That I don't need to move without them. I told him I don't care. If anybody will kill me because of it, let him come and try. If God allows it, I go there, all this stress is getting out of my hand. I'm a pastor. Even though some people don't believe I'm a pastor now because they feel I have defrauded them. You can make mistake in what you have not done before. Nobody is a perfect man. We're just trying to do something good for the cause of this country. Don't hate me because I'm an Igbo. You never choose where you are going to be born, whether Hausa or Yoruba. But God fix you where you are. Some people have natural hatred for anything that has to do with my people. And I beg you, drop it down. If you are an Hausa, you didn't apply to be an Hausa man. It's God that put you there. If you're Yoruba, you didn't apply for it. But God put you there. I believe in one Nigeria till tomorrow. I want to beg all of you to calm down. This thing will come out. It's already out, almost. And it will come out. Let's put our hands together to work, praying for one another, encouraging one another. At the heat of that issue, I was devastated. A man called me. I did not actually pick, I don't know him. But all that man was saying, it just encouraged me. And I fell on top of the wall. This is not easy. You are sleeping, we are awake. We are sleeping, you are awake. There are people who loan us money. Some are no longer comfortable. I'm not talking about the 100,000 we loan. People are counted that I have collected billions. All the staff that work for us, none have been paid because there's no fund. There's no fund. Some few persons I put in a hotel. There's no fund to pay for that hotel bill up to today. You may not know what we are going through, what I'm going through over this issue. In my own business, I don't do what I'm not just a preacher. There's something I do that give me money. That's where I raised my children. All went to university, over 7 of them. Not grant. But now I can't take care of any of them because I'm pursuing grants to get it out for Nigeria. And nobody sympathizes but bring him and kill. Petition here, petition there. Dream and revelations, whether it comes from you or it comes from anywhere, they shared about me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, my noble people in the on this channel, I want to stop this audio recording here because of time, and I don't want it to be too long. In order not to burn or waste your data unnecessarily. So, the long and short of the whole story, in conclusion, is that the grants, they are very close. They are very close to disbursing it. The process is still ongoing. The process is still ongoing. We're still expecting the grant to be disbursed to the account of the CEOs, the NGO CEOs, even this week. We still believe that it's possible this week. If you listen to Apostle Dr. Kama very well, you will see that he never said the money is not available. Neither did he say the thing is still very far away, or there is an hindrance, or there is a problem, neither government or individual. Government, with this statement now, it is concluded or finally confirmed that government is not the issue. Government has given them a go ahead to disburse the money. So the money is still within these three people that are principal person, that the money will be domiciled or be deposited into the account before it will be now be given to the NGO, the NGO CEOs. All right, but these three major accounts, is the Apostle Ken account, German Machine, which is Comrade Abdul Rasak, the president of the AGPGN, and I think Pastor Awopiton account. All right, these three major people, these three people are the major people that the money will be deposited to the account, all right, before it can be disbursed to the account of the NGO CEOs. Then from there, it will now be disbursed to several individuals like a bundle head and and beneficiaries. Are you getting it? So now we are waiting and expecting that this week that we had now, which is Monday, between this Monday to Friday, we are hoping and expecting the money to enter the account now. They're on the final stage of the process. They're on the final stage of the process, which we believe it will be concluded today and tomorrow for the signing and for the documentation to be signed, for signing and documentation before the money will now be deposited into their three different accounts. All right. So we are believing that today being Monday, a working day of the week, the first working day of the week, and tomorrow Tuesday, all right, for the process to be concluded, for documentation and signing, so that the money can now be deposited, can now be sent, to their three accounts. Then from their three major accounts, it will now be sent to the account of NGO CEO. Even if that is not done this week, believing in the sense that we are expecting this week the money to enter the three major accounts this week. At least let's give them till next week. Let's give them till next week. I'm saying this on my own personal opinion now, that it's not too long or too much for us to give them till next week. Let's assume, or let's just conclude that we are giving them this week for them to finish up the remaining parts of the documentation and signing and everything, so that the money can enter into the three major accounts. All right. Then, as from next week, and the more, so far the money entered the three major accounts this week. So we can be rest assured that by next week, the money will enter the accounts of the NGO CEOs, which will, from the same next week, it can still be distributed or be disbursed to other people, beneficiaries. So then by next week, everything will have been concluded and finalized, and the money will have, entered everybody's account by next week. That is very well, because the moment the money enters these three people, these three major accounts, which is Apostle Ken, German Machine, and Pastor Awupito, the money, because it's three these major accounts, that the money, the total, the whole money will be domiciled. The money will be domiciled because the CBN, according to the news, guys, that the CBN does not want to pay the money into the account of Apostle Ken alone.